Hello and welcome back to Stories, the Path of Destinies, where we're gonna make the goddamn Sky Ripper this time. Maybe. I don't know, we'll find out.
Had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Well, that's why we're gonna find it first. Or die in the process multiple times. Because I'm not that good at these type of games. And by these type, I mean any game in general ever. My best skill is losing. So let's see how this goes. Watch the Sky Ripper turn out to be something that kills me too.
Renato couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lupino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renato felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
I mean, we're going to on this one. I can already tell the Sky Ripper's probably gonna be another thing that'll get me killed. Because everything has so far. Well, that's convenient. The door just opens for me. Alright. You didn't see anything, eyeball.
These things really slice like ham.
Whoop. Nope. Nobody's here.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls?
Probably not.
Destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Let's see, I've got 2 skill points. What do I want to put those in? What's this? Oh, damage from the hook shot. Could just up my health even more. Let's see.
Swell. He always wanted to do that.
I do like having extra health. Well, let's go with slowing the time down a little bit more. Why not? Wait, was there a grapple thingy over there? No? Damn.
Hero Wall. Hero Sword. Ice Wall. Ice Cube.
Ah! I didn't mean to jump in that.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
A Game of Thrones reference? Why is this game so wonderful? I should probably continue Game of Thrones. I just like stopped majority of the way through that game. Show. Yeah, that one's a show, not a game. But don't they have a game of Thrones? Pretty sure they do. Holy shit, there's a lot of them in here.
Ha! Bet you never saw that coming.
They'll never know I was even there.
I think this is yours, said Renard. He couldn't hear his enemy dancing.
I just like throwing people off the edge. That's just fun. Oh hey, that like worked on the first shot. It's further this way though. Oh cool, I do have a fire sword to open that.
Hey, I'm a firefox, thought Renato.
Heh. Ow. That was quite the failure on my part.
There was blood on this one, so it hadn't saved its owner. That had been his mistake before, thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself. He had to be cleverer than that, or braver, or something.
Let's go with the or something.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Hmm. Why did none of these have anything in them? Oh wait, wasn't I supposed to go this way? I was. I knew that. Don't question me. I know where I'm going. I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, not really. But I totally found the Sky Ripper.
Sky Ripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
I feel like I should just continue on the Sky Ripper. I don't have the truth for it yet. So let's continue on it.
He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself. Only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices. And he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't I? Although I need to find, like, a sword station again, because I think I have enough to make an ice sword now? Maybe? I'm pretty sure. I just need more swords. I need all of them. Why wouldn't I? It's always better to have 50 swords with different powers that you don't need than to just have 2. Even though I don't even use the fire sword except for on doors.
Before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
Yeah, it made sense. I think so. That probably didn't make any sense.
Captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again?
I don't know, maybe Captain Hook? I think I've gone down that before.
You know, ore is pretty heavy to carry. You know what's not? A new sword.
So see, I'd have the new sword, but, you know, I don't yet, because I haven't made it down there to that. And I have no points. Hey, there's the sword thingy.
It would be fun to try out that one. And here was a handy workbench.
Ooh. But there's a void blade. But I want the void blade. I don't care. I want the void blade. Oh yeah, I have a new gem. Faster attack speed. And a void blade. Alright, where did you come from? That guy totally started it.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead. There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Sweet, a new chest.
Boy, someone has spent a lot of money for a graduation present.
And I got extra attack speed. Who doesn't want that? Now to just find the whole Sky Ripper thingy. No, not pull the damn lever again. Hit the box.
For global warming.
Nope. I keep thinking I have an extra skill when I don't. Maybe I'm just that conceited and keep thinking I'm doing that well.
Shall we dance? Good lead, Raven.
They never stood a chance.
He was in a swerve.
Actually, they did. I could have died there.
Needed to focus.
Hey, look, I found it.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark art, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. Maybe Lapino wasn't such a good friend. Yeah, that made him feel better.
That's because
He carried
Lapino was
his
a
mind
fuck.
back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
That is the question. But I'll leave that question for next time. I'm going to end it here for now. Thank you for watching, and have a